Okay, we're back. Welcome to the 53rd annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. We're getting ready for Game 10 between the East Prairie Eagles and the Puxico Indians. I'm Ed Gargis alongside
Lloyd Rice
from Bloomfield. Here to see great tournament so far. We just saw a pretty good game between the Van Buren Bulldogs and the Malden Green Wave. Van Buren got out to a couple of leads. Malden kept fighting back, tied it up a couple of times, just couldn't ever quite get over the hump and stuff, but stayed with it and found themselves in the game at the end of the game, and that's what you always ask for as a coach, I guess.
Good energy to end that game. It's tough to play at 9 o'clock on a Monday morning after a Sunday off and a kind of an oddball weekend, so looking forward to a good one here. East Prairie and Puxico both coming off tough losses, played good teams. East Prairie happened to catch Bloomfield on what seemed to be the best game they've played all year and kind of caught a buzzsaw. And the same for Puxico. Kennett just played outstanding, harassed those ball handlers all game long, and just ended up wearing Puxico down at the end of the game. So these guys going to come out and try to play some more games this week where they don't have to practice all week.
Absolutely, absolutely. It looked like East Prairie's kind of go-to guy is going to be find his name here. It's going to be number 23, Connor Scott. He's a junior, 6'5". He's got some height inside, but also has a lot of quickness and good hands, and showed the ability to handle the ball well on the floor. And I believe Puxico is going to be led by John Smith, number 15. He really Kenneth keyed in on him and really held him down, but he looked like he was really trying to bust out throughout that game, but that Kenneth defense just kind of kept him in check.
It seemed like there were 2 or 3 times when and the way Kenneth does that run and jump type defense, I thought John had 2, 3, even 4 defenders on him at times as he was dribbling. So, yeah, John had a long day. It was a long, hard day. I think he ended up with 19 points, and that was a hard-earned 19.
Yeah. We want to quickly mention our sponsors for this game. We've got Three Rivers Community College, Lincoln Lacey in Malden, New Wave Communications, and Representative Billy Pat Wright. So we want to thank all of you guys for helping us bring this game to you this morning. As we get ready to hear the starting lineups, we'll catch those as they're announced. Real quick, also want to mention the YHC's Roundtable, Saturday mornings live at 10 a.m. We were off last past week due to the tournament, or Saturday, but Tyler will be back Saturday morning live, 10 o'clock, Saturday mornings with the YHC Roundtable.
Tyler's had some good guests. I've been enjoying that. Lots of good feedback on that. Not so much on Tyler specifically, but the guest.
Well, I got a lot of comments at church yesterday from the tournament, but also from the sports show. One guest in particular last week before the tournament, but either way. Got number 3, Clay Hardy, starting for the Indians. Number 11, Derek Durall. Number 15, the 6'3" senior, John Smith. Number 20, Tyler Woolard, 5'10" junior. And number 50, the 6'4" junior, Corey Davis. Those are your starting Indians.
Davis had a lot of points in the first half, got himself in foul trouble, and ended up not being as much of a factor in the second half.
So starting for the Eagles be number 2, Mikey Russell, 5'10" junior. Number 12, Caleb Williford, a 6'1" senior. Number 20, Andrew Cartwright, 5'10" sophomore. Number 22, the 5'11" sophomore, Dalton Goldlightly. And who we mentioned before, number 23, the 6'5" junior, Connor Scott.
Connor Scott's was the biggest player on the floor in the first round game. Had a nice ball game. There again, I think they just caught Bloomfield on the day they seemed to peak out and really put some things together. So,
but Bloomfield's going to be excited to come play the home for the home field or the home court and the home team. So, But yeah, they just came out explosive, and they had the best offensive showing in the first quarter of the first day as well. But
absolutely, a lot of energy. So East Prairie is going to look to rebound from that. They thought they should have been in that one, and I know they're feeling like this is one they really need to put in the win column.
Yes. So here we go. Tip momentarily. Ball controlled by the Eagles. Golightly will bring the ball up the court. Pass over to Russell. Down to Cartwright, who drives the baseline, loses the handle. Good hands there by Corey Davis for the Indians as we get a tight possession, go over to the Indians.
Puxico weighted a lot of their players last year, a little bit shorter-handed this year.
They got
kind
good
of rebuilding.
numbers.
You see several juniors up and down their lineup.
Got good numbers out, I was going to say, but only two seniors. Wasn't too long ago, Coach Allen only had about 6 or 7 players over there.
That's right.
So Willard with the ball, and he loses the handle. Good defense there by Scott. Golightly sets up the offense.
East Prairie had a nice football year this past season, Ed. They put a lot of W's over on the side of the win column. Had a good year.
I believe they finished 6-4.
They did.
So Scott with the attempt, unable to get it to go. Davis with the rebound. He'll bring the ball down. Excuse me, that's Smith with the rebound, and he'll bring the ball down. Ball over to Woolard. Pass over to Hardy, stolen. Russell pushes the ball up to the hole, and the first bucket of the game. So good move and strong showing there by Mikey Russell.
Seemed to have put John Smith down on the baseline, hopefully get some of that ball handling duty spread around a little bit.
Davis with the move inside, unable to get the left-hander to go. Down low to Scott. Rebounded by Cartwright, out to Golightly. Scott with the rebound. Pass intended there for
makes it tough on John Smith when he's probably your best ball handler, your best shooter, and it's tough to find a happy place in your offense, you might say, to kind of maybe get some of that off his shoulders. And
yes.
Good pass. Put that in there.
There you go, Davis. So good pass, strong move by Davis for the bucket. Indians a press now. Eagles get it across. Williford goes to the lane. Can't get it to fall. Smith push the ball up the court. Nice shot there by Tyler Woolard. So with 5:18 to go in the first quarter, Indians with a quick lead, 4-2. Down low to Scott. Nice move.
He's getting plenty of touches early in the game here.
For the Indians, they aren't keeping. We got a timeout. Okay, we're going to kick it out to our sponsors. Excuse us. We'll be right back.
Food for thought from farmers. At Farmers Insurance, we think roots matter. Over 80 years ago, farmers started off insuring those who grow things. And today, we insure people like you who grow things, such as children and lives and careers. You'll find one of over 15,000 farmers agents where you are. Because that's what roots are all about.
Okay, we're back. Ball will be with the Indians.
Who called that timeout, Ed?
Good question. I didn't catch that either. I was trying to get that.
I wasn't expecting it in a pretty slow pace. Nobody seemed to be doing a lot wrong, and kind of snuck up on and surprised me. Both teams applying a little pressure. They must like their chances of mixing up some turnovers and getting involved. Good save. Good hustle.
Yes. As Golightly corrals the ball up for the Eagles. Williford down low, looks back out to Golightly. Russell looks. Nice move there by Scott. It's his second bucket of the game.
He's getting touches on about every trip down the floor. That's probably a good plan.
Indians come right back to the same game plan, get it down low to the big guy Davis, and he puts it up and in.
Both of them working a low post game. That's
Scott showing a little bit of range, unable to connect. And we got Wooler on the breakaway. And good. Scott showing a lot of hustle getting back on the defense, just a step too slow. So with 3:42 to go, Indians on top, 8-6. Again, Scott down low to the hoop. Count it.
Muscled it up and in. Good move.
I think the foul's going to be on Davis. His first.
It's going to be a tough matchup for Davis, especially considering you're getting a lot of points out of him. That might be a key matchup there. I like Connor Scott's ability to kind of go to the hole with the shot and put it up and in.
Indians trying to set the offense into Smith. As he looks down low to Davis. Hardy unable to control the pass, but Indians retain possession. Woolard to set it up over to Hardy. Back over to Woolard. Down low to Smith. Woolard with the three, no good. Scott with the rebound. He'll push the ball up for the Eagles. He'll go to the line as Durrell is called with the blocking.
Scott's been very active, both ends. Took a deep shot earlier and leading the break on that one.
He's a very energetic guy, and I think the Eagles feed off him. So Coach Knight trying to get him in the game and keep him active as much as possible on both ends of the court. Let's see, he misses his first. And misses the second. Good rebound by Davis. Smith brings the ball up. Hardy looking the offense. Woolard taking a look. Gets pass a little high for Davis. It's be a
probably
turnover.
A little nudge in the back.
May have been. I'm not going to question the guys in black and white,
Absolutely
though. They're a lot
no.
closer than I am.
I'm pretty sure he did in the way that he flew forward.
Good hands there by Derek Durrell.
Justice served. You get it back on the turnover. So.
Yes. Hardy looking over the offense. Back out to Hardy.
Sitting back in a 1-2-2 zone right now.
Durrell try to force the ball there to Smith. Eagle defense. Connor Scott unsuccessful. Smith with a shot. Won't get it to go. Foul going to be on number 32, Dustin Caldwell.
Going to his left, he's really tough to deal with. Left-handed kid and really smart. I know that he's played 3 years of varsity basketball, and maybe even some of as a freshman too.
Smith misses on the first.
That doesn't happen a lot either.
Connects on the second. So 2:06 to go in the first quarter. We got a tie ball game, 9-9.
Something about left-handers and free throws look awfully good, Ed. They just
Nice pass there by Caldwell down low to a breaking Mikey Russell. He gets the layup. Draw with the ball over to Woolard. Woolard's calling the play. Over to Hardy. Good rebound there by the Eagles. Number 22, that being Dalton Golightly. As he gets the ball over to Mikey Russell, pushes it up. Ball down low to Connor Scott. Good move by Connor.
9 points in the quarter for him. He's got a lot of touches, a lot of good looks.
Hardy missing on the three. Scott with a rebound as he gets it over to Dalton Golightly. Caldwell, the big guy, up the middle. So with under a minute to go, Eagles put on a 6-0 run here, up 15-9, 50 seconds in the quarter.
At 32, Caldwell, that's a load in there. That's a big body.
I'm not sure he had much playing time in the first game, if any. I think I saw him sitting at the end of the bench. He may be coming off nursing an injury or something there. Coach Knight, I'm sure, is happy to have him in the game.
Good opportunity to rest him. Don't pick up a foul late.
Smith with the three.
That's
nice shot there by Smith.
That's a breakdown that you don't want to happen. Him sitting at the top of the key wide open.
Yeah. Ball out on Smith, retained by the Eagles. 34 seconds to go in the quarter, excuse me. Doral going to be called with a foul, but I thought it was a good reflex there by Doral. His guys drive and he dumps the ball off, and Doral was still able to get to the ball and make a play on it on the defensive end.
Close to a clean block. Most coaches are not going to have a big problem with that.
Caleb Williford misses his first. Misses the second. Rebound by Caldwell, though. It's a good hustle by the big guy. Eagles have set it up. Look like they might play for final shot. Get the ball into Caldwell. He's going to be called for the charge as Davis had position. They drop that shoulder like that, Lloyd. It's kind of hard not to call it.
Good call. Right down the center of the paint. The defender was there first. And to Dustin's defense, he turned and put it on the floor with his head down. He didn't.
Yeah. Good rebound by Scott. It's who's back in for the game.
Scott slipped back in. See if he don't get the last shot of the quarter.
And the floater. Wolford to launch it. So at the end of one, it's the East Prairie Eagles on top 17-12. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with some stats.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
Okay, we're back. Eagles with the ball.
I really like that kid picking up the charge going into the end of that quarter. Not everybody likes to do that. That's a coach's pets developing there.
Scott's going to be called with a block. Smith will go to the line. Coach Gene Best, who I have not seen in the stands, he always big fan of those charges.
Big fan of the charges.
I think
that's
Tuesday
right.
afternoons is charge day of practice. And so Smith got a great stroke there, doesn't he? Good form.
Good form. God built those left-handers with a little easier looking shot, I think.
Rebound by Williford.
Kind of uncharacteristic of John. He missed some free throws the other day as well. He's normally money at the free throw line.
So far, this has proven to be the matchup of the game. Connor Scott against Corey Davis on the.
He is just having a whale of a game already in double digits, and
showing great.
If they continue to do that, he's going to have a lot of points today.
Yeah, he's showing the ability to leap over Davis.
Right.
And maybe just a half step quicker also.
John Smith becoming really active on the offensive end. They're starting to get a little more excited.
And they need that from him, just like the Eagles need Scott to have a good game.
Kind of felt like that was coming. Those two jockeying down there are going to get dinked with a double foul.
Hardy and Williford, each trying to establish position there.
Hardy guarding that post play there at 5'9".
5'9". Well, the program has him at 5'9".
I think Coach Crane's fudging on that 5'9".
Yeah. He's standing on a 3-inch block. Whoops.
Travel?
Got to get the travel. Didn't quite get the ball on the court fast enough there.
Joe Baldwin won't miss many travel violations, I can promise you. He's caught a lot of basketball over the years and in a lot of the area. Joe's really well thought of.
Willard with the shot, in and out. Rebound by Williford. He'll put ball pushed up, back over to Golightly, to Russell. Williford trying to establish position there, out to Scott. Russell driving the baseline. Foul going to be on Willard.
Nice pump fake, earned him a set of free throws there. Mikey Russell with a nice move and pump fake, and kind of baited him into that.
So while we got a quick whistle here, I want to remind everybody this game being brought to you by State Representative Billy Pat Wright. Billy Pat Wright of the 159th District wishes good luck to all the area teams and teams in the tournament. So thank you, Billy Pat. Russell misses on both. So 6:10 to go in the game. Eagles with a 5-point lead, 20-15. Puxico looking to get into the half-court offense. Being led by Smith up top. Davis with the 10-footer, good. Russell
Davis
pushing the ball up.
Davis finding a little range there. I do know they've moved John Smith out to a place where he can get a few more touches.
Scott with the bounce. Nice touch there by Connor Scott.
They are going to have to figure out a way to front him. That is just too. When he catches it and it's one-on-one, he's not missed yet. Three-second call. You're kind of a sitting duck when you pass that ball out of the lane. It's got to be a shot or something. Guy just kind of caught dead in his tracks.
Smith with a good head fake. Rebound Russell. He'll get it over to Golightly to bring it back to Russell. Imagine that, they get the ball to Scott. Puts it off his foot, deck down low for it.
Good hustle, both bunches.
And Scott with the rebound and the putback. Ben Hall just a little shot on the baseline jumper, but Scott getting up off the court and attacking the board. Smith driving the baseline, can't get it to go. This time they're going to get Smith on the call. He gets a little bit too far underneath there on goal line. Or excuse me, Williford.
John trying to draw a charge there. Had a good idea, but guy already had him beat.
Williford strong move. So 4:06 to go in the half. Eagles have pecked out a 9-point lead here. Hardy looks at the three and makes it. Hardy asking the Eagles to earn their respect as he just left him wide open for that three.
Going to sit there and let him look at it. They were definitely not respecting that outside shot a lot. So
the drive can't get it to go. Williford on the
good heads up.
Woolard
outlet.
on the breakaway. Nice pass. Get the ball down the court quickly. So as we start talking about a 9-point lead from the Eagles, Puxico comes back with 5 quick ones. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Real quick, we'll hit those first quarter stats. Offensively for the Eagles, Mikey Russell with 4, and big guy Connor Scott with 11, or 13, excuse me, 11. I get my adding here going. So, and then 2 points from Dustin Caldwell for 17 points, and for the Indians, it was John Smith with 4 points, Tyler Willard with 4 points, and Corey Davis 4 points. So 3 of them combining for the 12 points. But now it's 26-22 with 3:17 to go in the half. Eagles with the ball.
Puxico having a much better offensive quarter so far. They've already got 10 in the quarter. They're going to, I would assume, go well past that 12-point first quarter. Got John Smith just a whole lot more active so far in this quarter. So,
big guy Caldwell back in the game for the Eagles. Spin, can't get it to go. Smith with the rebound. He's going to push it up the court quickly. Coast to coast. Doesn't get the roll. Caldwell with the rebounds. He gets it up to Scott, passes it over. Mikey Russell couldn't handle the pass.
Really good
turnover
pass.
By Eagles.
Good
yes.
look from the big guy. He can play basketball. He's a good player.
Bullet pass into Davis, who able to connect. So we now have a 2-point game with 2:30 to go in the game, or in the half.
East Prairie is obviously not leaving the lane. That's a second 3-second violation there.
This time it is Skylar Moore for the Indians from the baseline for the 3. Put the Indians on top 27-26 with 2 minutes to go in the half. Hall with the shot. Not sure that's the shot Coach Nye wanted the Eagles taking on that possession, but Hall thought he had an opening there and came up short.
Puxico with a little energy right now. Slipped up on him, taking the lead back. That's his kind of where they want things. Good entry pass.
And with that layup by Davis, that's a 13-0 run by the Indians to go up 3.
Really opened up in a big way this second quarter.
Caldwell from the free throw line gets the roll to put a break in the Indians scoring there, but minute and a half to go in the second quarter. A bullet pass again. As Davis tried to establish position, Mikey Russell found himself out. Gets called for the foul. Davis showing some strong hands underneath as he collecting those bullets from Willard.
3 possessions straight that he's getting the same shot down there. Make a coach pull his hair out. And ball entered to him on the block. That was
Skylar Moore from the other baseline. Another 3.
May have to find that guy on the baseline, Ed. That's
nice shot there by Mikey Russell. Excuse me, that was Dalton Golightly. So under a minute to go. Indians on top, 32-30. Ball out to Smith. Willard back to Hardy. Looks like the Indians may be happy with
that 3 by Moore out of the out-of-bounds play. That is just so typical. Almost every out-of-bounds play is designed to basically have that option, a corner 3.
Hardy called with the travel as Dalton Golightly tied the ball up there. Looked like the Indians were kind of trying to play for the final shot there, and good defense by the Eagles.
Coach Crane thought he got reached on. I think that's a good call from the angle we had, Ed. That was kind of all ball, and the kid drug his foot, kind of slipped up, didn't really leave him anywhere to go.
Off Scott's fingertips, so the Indians will get the ball back. 11 seconds to go here in the half. No surprise getting the ball to Smith's hands as he'll take the shot from the baseline. Won't go. Scott stripped by Smith. Smith couldn't get the second. So at the half, we have the Puxico Indians on top, 32-30. We'll be right back.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com. And if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
Okay, we're back again at halftime of the 10th game here at the 53rd annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. It finds the Puxico Indians on top by 2, 32-30 over the East Prairie Eagles. Lloyd, you got some first half stats for us?
Big second quarter for Puxico there. Came back, took the lead after being down by 5 after one quarter, and jumped out with the lead, led by a trio of threes in that quarter. Clay Hardy hit one. Siler Moore hit one from each corner for 2 for 6 points in the quarter. John Smith had 3 in the quarter. Tyler Wooler 2. And Corey Davis with 6 points for 20 in the second quarter. That's following up their 12 of the first quarter, so a lot better offensive second quarter to lead 32-30 at the halftime. East Prairie all dominated at the lower end there with Connor Scott had 6 in the second quarter, Dustin Caldwell 2, Golightly had 2, and Caleb Wooliford had 2 points, and I had a mystery free throw I missed. So they've got 30 points here at the half. After a really good first quarter, kind of off their mark a little bit in the second quarter. Scott wasn't as able to be as active, it didn't look like. And Puxico just had a really nice quarter played.
Yes, great quarter by the Indians, so going to be Coach Knight and the Eagles a little late coming out from the half, so I'm sure he's talking a little bit about that second quarter, or probably talking a lot about that second quarter. But, Coach there at Puxico, Coach Crane, he's got to be happy with what he sees, and is getting some good balance there, using Davis down low. That keeps the Eagles' big guys down low, and it's going to free Smith up for later in the game, I believe.
Davis found himself open 4, 5, 6 times, like you said, right there on the block with his hands wide open, and made life pretty easy on him.
So, again, we want to remind everybody our sponsors here for the 10th game. Again, our Three Rivers Communication, Lincoln Lacey, both 2 locations, 1 dealership in Malden. New Wave Communications and Representative Billy Pat Wright.
Comment about those Lincoln Lacey guys passing the ball around. I thought that was obviously some clever camera work to be able to make it look like those guys were actually catching that from each other.
Well, I meant to ask Kurt Hillis at church yesterday how that bounce pass was received as a chest pass.
Well, yeah, I actually said that pass ended up out in the middle of 25 highway down there, and it's
bounced
still,
across the street to the golf course
right now. So. No, good bunch of guys. I did want to give that to Kurt, though, that we know better than that. I noticed the same thing. The bounce pass caught at chest level, just perfect.
So got Eric Bowles there bringing the balls off the court. Principal and tournament director. He does a great job here with thanks to him and all of his Bloomfield Wildcat staff here for putting on an excellent tournament. They got the gym looking great this year, and everything seems to be working really well. YHC TV and New Wave Communications with them are proud to be bringing you the tournament live this year. So, again, want to remind you, send us your emails. You can catch us or email us at sports@yhctv.com. Love to hear from you while we're doing the broadcast. We'll put it in all appropriate comments on the air. So this morning we heard from the Barkers, and got a lot of comments at church yesterday, Lloyd, about people being able to catch the games, coming up here and watching their team, the Dexter Bearcats mostly, but at church there at Dexter, but able to see all the games on TV. And so here we are. Puxico with the ball to start the half. Good rebound by Davis. Just couldn't get the left hand to go, and it's going to be tied up. It looks like possession will go to the Eagles.
Good hustle, good sportsmanship by them 2 big fellas.
Yes.
I do know New Wave had to do a lot of upgrades over the fall, Ed, to make this live broadcast possible. I know I saw several underground facilities and things being added at the start of school around, so appreciate their willingness to do that.
Smith strong, and he gets the roll, so Smith picking up where he left off. Puxico with the first bucket.
Steady, just very rock steady, always way to start each quarter. John seems to be very active and involved. And then by proxy, gets his other guys involved.
Yep. Williford with a strong rebound, up strong. A little out of control there. Davis with a good rebound. But as you said at the break, Scott, that time he had 3 bodies on him, and it looks like they're starting to get him a little further away from the basket, too, when he gets that ball. Good rebound by Scott there. Smith misses the three-pointer. We'll have Golightly bring the ball up for the Eagles. Over to Russell, down low to Williford. Nice move by Williford as he gets it off the glass.
One thing about it, Williford gets his money's worth in there. He's a banger.
Smith from the three-point line. Count it. Golightly again, bring the ball up.
5 3-pointers by Puxico. They've spread out across the course of the game. Made a big difference. 15 of your 37 points from the three-point line.
Williford with a 3, and he
Look
makes
at
it from the baseline. So the big guy's showing some range. Hardy bringing the ball up for the Indians. Gets it over to Woolard. Smith drive the baseline. The jumper won't go. Saved by Doral. This time Scott with the rebound.
Look at Williford bang and work it in there.
Yeah. So he gets the bucket to fall, and he'll go to the line for the traditional 3. Foul on Hardy, his first. Hardy with a strong presence inside. Not a lot of height, but a strong presence.
very, very strong presence.
Williford misses, and Hardy and Williford tie up as ball will go to the Indians on the possession.
Didn't look like any of the players were ready for that to be a missed free throw.
Probably an issue with the clock here as they get it all straightened out. Play continues. The clock does not start. So they get the score straightened out. Now the clock's going. So 39-37.
Smith's a heady player. Found himself over there able to slink off in that corner and hide. And just went and canned a 3 on him. You're not going to be able to leave him open really from anywhere on the floor, but they can really hurt you standing out there wide open shooting threes.
Coach Knight over there calling for the X-motion offense. Eagles unsuccessful. Down low to Davis.
Good pass.
Smith, great pass.
That's a good offensive set by Puxico. They banged it in there. Davis has either got a shot or chose the wide open pass. Oh,
nice put back by Caldwell, excuse me. Swiller bring the ball up over to Smith, and he's going to shoot that 3 again. If he's got a step, he's wide open.
He'll give and go to the big man.
With Caldwell inside, they got Scott working more outside. Smith's lining up with him. Drive there by Mikey Russell won't go, but he's fouled. Foul going to be on Davis, his second. It's Mikey Russell to shoot 2.
Thinking Coach Crane's feeling pretty good with only 2 fouls on him in the third quarter.
Want to remind everybody to watch Tyler Wagner at 10 o'clock Saturday mornings live with the YAC Sports Roundtable.
Didn't call Russell's name much in the second quarter. There he's back in the scoring column.
1 for 2 from the free throw line. Puxico not able to catch up with the pass there by Davis. Not sure if it was intended for Smith or Durrell.
I'm thinking the intention there would have been for him to just put that ball up and in from Coach Crane's perspective.
Yes. And we know Williford's going to. He doesn't get the roll. Rebound Smith. Good job handling the pass by Durrell, but can't get the ball to go. Davis with the rebound and up. No good. Out of bounds. Ball back to the Eagles. Andrew Cartwright bringing the ball up. Over to Scott. Williford and Hardy trying to establish position. Hardy going to be called for the foul. His third.
It's not a real quick pace, Ed. They seem to, after each of them get whatever pressure broke, they seem pretty content to, run their offense, turn it over a couple times.
Good rebound by Durrell there as he had position off the miscue from Caldwell.
Good pass. Really good feed.
Great feed of Woolard on the baseline there as he puts it off the glass and in. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Puxico with a 4-point lead. Scott to take the three. Won't go.
Caldwell over the back. That's going to
be his third. Dalton go lightly to check back in. No, excuse me. Yeah, he'll check in, but Williford to sit down. Hardy over to Williford, down to Smart. Williford to take the shot, and good. Puxico with a little bit of pressure.
Woolard with 10 in the game. That's a nice, energetic player.
Down low to Dalton with the walk. Excuse me, Connor Scott. Smith with the three again. Good hustle there by Woolard to save it.
Tribute once again to following your shot, rewarding yourself.
Foul there on Connor Scott. So with also want to remind everybody, Billy Pat Wright, state representative from the 159th district, brings this game to you. He says good luck to all teams in the tournament. Great to hear from Billy Pat. Thank you for your contribution to this tournament.
East Prairie timeout.
So with the timeout, we'll be right back.
I chose Three Rivers Community College because it's a great place to start.
I'm taking the same freshman and sophomore classes as at a university, but at TRCC they cost a lot less and financial aid goes further. I love the individual attention. My teachers are great and classes are convenient. Learn more at www.trcc.edu or call 877-TRY-TRCC.
Start here, start now at Three Rivers Community College.
Learn more online at trcc.edu.
And we're back. The buzzer is sounded. Both coaches taking a little bit of extra time on the timeout, Lloyd.
Turning that 30-second timeout into more like a
45
second.
We have Smith at the line for the Indians. 1:54 to go here in the third quarter. Puxico on top, 46-40. Basket good. Golightly will bring the ball up. The ball down for the Eagles.
Smith 3 for 6 from the free throw line today. That's a little bit uncharacteristic for a good shooter. They could have used all 3 of those in a close game.
Cartwright misses the 3 for the Eagles. Smith pushing the ball down court. He'll take the jumper. Connor Scott rebound. So he gets it out to Golightly, pushes it up to Russell. Big guy Cartwright inside with a soft touch. Won't go. Out on the Eagles.
Cartwright waited in there and got himself a 4th foul after the missed shot. Kind of a half-court trap, soft pressure. Good press break. That's the way to handle that.
Nice pass by Wooler to Doral. Now the Indians find them with a 9-point lead with under a minute to go in the third. Scott misses the shot. Doral pushes it up court. Inside of Davis. And the foul.
Up and in.
So he'll go to the line for the additional 3. I think that foul is going to be on. They call that on Williford. No, they called it on
Mikey Russell.
Mikey
his
Russell.
Second foul.
Ben Hall, the senior, comes in for Andrew Cartwright, the 5'10 sophomore, take a breather.
Puxico's starting to get a little distance, showing a little full court pressure.
And the roll. Foul's going to be on Davis. It's got to go to the line.
Scott's first points of the second half. And they've missed him. They've not scored many this quarter, and it's because he's not had many touches. He's been money up to the start of this quarter.
And the and one.
Good block by Scott. John
Nice
Smith
pass to
gets his own
draw.
rebound. He's a worker bee. He's doing things right. Going to make a difference accordingly.
The foul's going to be on number 22, Dalton Golightly, his first. Skylar Moore in for the Indians. As Eagles need to be wary of the 3-point shot. Strong rebound there by Mikey Russell. Puxico 10-point lead. Under a minute to play. .3 seconds to go here in the quarter. Nice move there by Williford. He gets the roll. Smith. So at the end of 3, it's Puxico Indians on top by 8, 53-45. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
Okay, you're hooked up and ready to go.
New Wave knows you're excited about sports, so now's a great time to get connected with the Triple Play Package. Crystal clear TV, high-speed internet, and telephone for only $99.99 a month for 12 months. With New Wave Communications, you've got game.
Okay, we're back. That was the Puxico cheerleaders entertaining the crowd. Sorry we didn't bring that to you.
In the third quarter there, John Smith really erupted. 6, 10, 12 points in the quarter to lead Puxico. That's another solid quarter, 21 points in the third. Kind of pushed that lead out to that 10, 12 point mark. We're sitting at 53-45. They did hit a bucket there at the end, but that's a big key for them. They're going to need to establish a little distance because Connor Scott down here is going to be awfully big load if they start finding him again.
Yes. And Williford did a good job keeping the Eagles in the game in the third quarter with what he had.
Did 2-4-7 in the quarter to lead them. A couple of baskets spread out other than that, but it was kind of the Williford and John Smith show that quarter. There he is again.
Ball going to be out on Scott.
Puxico seems to have found Scott from about halfway through that second quarter, and life's not so easy. That's good. Good noticing what's just killing you by the coaching staff there and making some adjustments.
Turnover by the Indians, policed up by Scott as he tries to bring the ball up the court, down the court. Ball over to Hall. Good give and go there to Scott. Misses the floater. As Puxico converts. Strong move there by Williford. Davis not wanting to foul. 7 minutes to go here in the game. Good hustle there by Dalton Golikely. Police up the ball. Now he'll set up the offense.
It's not a walk, Ed. The crowd always wants to walk on any sort of slide. It's not a walk.
Is it a walk when he puts his feet back on the ground?
Right. It is.
Scott battling underneath.
East Prairie, I would say, getting a lot of second chances. That's about a sixth chance.
Couldn't get it to go. Scott was getting some tips, but he wasn't in the right position. Just couldn't get any arch on the ball. Smith come up short for the three-pointer. Davis going to get called for the reach.
It's going to be a bad place for Davis to pick up his
fourth foul.
His fourth foul out coming across half court where he doesn't really even have a chance.
Looks like Coach Crane going to keep him in, but maybe not. Andrew Cartwright called for something there, Lloyd.
Like an illegal screen looked like. I wasn't paying real close attention. That's about all it could have been.
That gives Coach Crane the opportunity to get Durrell back in the game and Davis a seat for a little bit. Smith strong.
Really good move.
Foul going to be on Scott.
Kind of baited Scott right into that one. He saw him coming on his hip and drew him right in, forgot he was left-handed.
Connor Scott's third foul. 6:06 to go here in the ball game. The Indians with the 10-point lead over the Eagles. Make it an 11-point lead.
As many touches as he's going to hit, he needs to make free throws. That's going to be real important down the stretch.
Caldwell strong. Going to get called for the clear. And that's his fifth.
That's a good call. That defense is established, and he just barreled right over him. I know he's working hard and trying to do the right thing, but position was there.
Nice pass there by Smith to Moore. As Moore was backdooring down the baseline there. That's the 19th foul now on the Eagles. Timeout Eagles. 59-47 with 5:40 to go. Okay, we're going to keep it right here. It's our producer, Greg Schwartz. Want to remind everybody, let us know what you think about the ball game. You can email us at sports@yhctv.com. Let us know what you think. Got our good friend Lloyd Rice here doing an excellent job with the stats and the commentary. So give us a quick shout out to Lloyd. Tell him he's doing a great job here.
Yeah, absolutely. No comments on the traditional face for radio comments and all the really bad old jokes.
Sure thing.
That most of my buddies tend to want to send in. Really great second half for Puxico. Once they've kind of established, caught up with them, it's really been all Puxico after about that first quarter and a half. They've adapted to what East Prairie has done and kind of sealed off
Connor Scott,
our guy Scott down there, and have kind of eliminated him as at least the dominating force he was early.
Yes, and Coach Knight's just not been able to find the right chemistry to counter that. But Puxico has done their job as you called. They need to front Scott and keep him out of that ball game, and they've done a great job since about midway through the second quarter.
Some guys you seem to be able to guard from the post in the back because they're not good once they receive it. He's not that away, and it took
Moore
took a few
connects
points.
on the second. So 13-point lead with 5:40 to go in the ball game. Good defense there by Moore, anticipating the pass and coming in to receive it. Smith, great move. But that previous series, as Golightly tried to take it right up the middle of the lane, Moore saw the pass was going to go to Williford, and he just stepped in the passing lane. Scott working hard. Dural going to be called with a foul and sends Scott to the line. Stops the clock at 5:09. Indians up 15.
If Dural leaves him alone on that play, I think it's probably good news for Puxico because it was not a real good shot attempt. A lot of pressure on him.
Yep.
Scott's the kind of player, as you want your good players to do, trying to make something happen here late for you when you're behind.
So he makes both.
Good looking free throw shooter.
Scott with the takeaway. Smith gets it back. Going to be a jump ball. Possession's going to go to the Indians. Oh, wait, we got the Puxico Indians called the timeout.
Puxico called the timeout when that's a good heady play by Puxico. They realized they had the possession of the ball and went quickly to the timeout.
So again, want to remind everybody, there's 4 minutes and 57 seconds to go here in the ball game. We got a pretty good one going on. There you see earlier today, Van Buren defeated Malden 72-65 to advance on in the consolation bracket, ending Malden's Christmas tournament a little earlier than they wanted to. Pretty close game at times. Van Buren shot out there to a pretty good lead, up 20 points or so, and then
made
ball
free throws. You commented earlier on how well they made the free throws, and obviously paid off big for them.
Yes.
That's the one thing you've got to do with the lead is make the biggest amount of your free throws, because you'll lose momentum. You'll be trying to hang on to the ball, a little bit of a delay offense, and you get out of sync of what you're good at. And but you've got to go make some free throws to finish.
So Puxico will inbound the ball, stolen. Smith couldn't handle the inbound pass. Nice move by Mikey Russell.
Really good move.
Coach Knight wanting the press. Woolard drive down, dumps it off to Smith following, and wide open in the lane. East Prairie's going to have to mount some type of stop for the Indians. They can't trade buckets with them, obviously. Woolard for strong move. Smith's going to be called with the foul. Clock stops with 4:21 to go here in the ball game. That'll be Smith's second foul.
Davis, the only Indian in foul trouble. He's got 4.
Wilford connects on the first, and that's what the Eagles are going to have to do, is make their buckets when the clock stopped from the line. Good on the second. Cuts the lead to 11. Williford breaking the press. Davis, strong move, rejected there by Scott. Doral going to go up, be called a foul on Golightly.
Good looking block by Scott. Did it just the right way. Just happened to fall right back into Dural's hands.
Dural connects on the first. Willer for the rebound on the second. Cartwright can't handle the pass. Be a turnover. Ball back to the Indians. Smith taking it right to the hole. Looks like Dural going to be called for a foul there, his fourth. Eagles will shoot the 1-and-1. 4 minutes to go.
Dural's fourth foul.
Yes.
Dural and Davis both have 4 for Puxico. A little bit of foul trouble creeping in on them. Late in the game, though, it's to be expected.
Scott's found his form from the line. Struggled just a little bit there in the first half, but making the most of his opportunities here in the second.
Good looking free throw shooter. Looks like he'll step up there and make them all.
And the roll. Cuts the lead to 10. 4 minutes to go here in the ball game.
I think that's a good decision to get John Smith involved in bringing the ball up at this point.
Moore missed on this three. Nice pass by Scott.
Good play.
Coach Knight wanted to keep with the press. Dural gets a little quick for himself there. Turnover back to the Eagles.
That is a tough shot.
Tough shot. So that cuts the lead to 6 as the Eagles are making a run here.
Dangerous run, especially with a Connor Scott there. He's a load, and he's intent on getting some shots.
Nice pass by Smith.
Really good pass and finish.
So under 3 minutes to go in the ball game now. 2:53 on the clock. Williford for the three from the baseline. Cuts the lead to 5. 2:44 to go in the game. Nice pass again by Smith. And Davis with the follow-up. Scott and Smith both looking a little winded here, Lloyd. They both played a lot of ball today. So foul there on is that Matt Doris in for the Eagles.
Doris into the game and
send Smith to the line as the Indians are in the bonus. Scott. Good spin move. So 2:04 to go in the game. East Prairie with the timeout. We're going to take a quick break as a word from our sponsor.
Hey, I'm Kurt Hillis at Lincoln Lacey Chevrolet. We've got a full line of GMC, Chevrolet, and Buick products. I'll pass it over to my Ford man, Charlie Thacker.
GM's not your thing? Come check us out here at the Ford Dodge Jeep store. Check out my man Blake on the internet, LincolnLacey.com.
If you don't have time to come down to Malden, check us out on Cars.com or AutoTrader.com, and if you need financing, I'm going to pass it to my man Robert Sanders.
And our ultimate goal here at Lincoln Lacey, no matter your situation, is to pass the savings on to you.
And we're back. Both coaches getting a little extra time in their timeout. 2:04 to go in the ball game. Indians on top 70-64, 6-point game.
Dangerous run by East Prairie for as far as Puxico is concerned. Connor Scott's becoming very active, very mobile, getting to the free throw line, and when he's not, he's getting the touches again and putting it in the hole. I think Puxico is going to have to make just doggone sure that John Smith is involved in most every possession one way or another. He tends to make a lot of good things happen for him, whether it's a pass, a score, or at the free throw line.
So he brings the ball to up court, straight to the hole, and he count it. Williford tries to drive the baseline, loses the ball.
Good hands in there on defense. Batted the ball away.
I believe that's Caleb Moore that swatted the ball. Excuse me, Skylar Moore.
Probably going to get us a quick foul here.
Nice move there by Davis. Great pass by Durrell. And it leads back up to 10.
Well, the one thing about it, Ed, if you're not going to pull it out and burn time, you need to make sure you're getting quality shots, and they have. So
in and out there for Cartwright. Rebounded by the Indians.
It's going to be tough to catch him now.
So we click down to 1:15 in the ball game. Foul going to be on number 22, Dalton Gull likely. Hardy will go to the line. So 1:11 to go. Indians up by 10. Hardy does not get the roll in the first.
think Williford would stay out very long. Checks back in. He's going to need to be involved in the offensive end.
Well, he's a big presence underneath, but he's also shown a great touch from the three-point line.
Had a couple threes this game.
Scott shoots a three. Foul before the shot. We'll put Mikey Russell on the line. Foul's going to be on Woolard, I believe. His second. Russell connects on the first. And the second. So 9-point game, 8-point game. And the steal on the inbound with putback by Scott. They don't necessarily want to put Smith on the line, but they don't want him to just make layups either. He misses. Scott with the rebound.
Try to kick it out for a three.
Pass to Golightly. Or Williford, excuse me, as he puts it back up. 30 seconds to go in the ball game. Puxico calls timeout. Again, 33 seconds to go in the ball game. Indians with the lead by 4, 74-70. We stay right here.
Cut it back to 4, and a dangerous 4. Puxico maybe rushing their offense a little much and not burning any time at all off. And it's okay when you're shooting layups, but when you're not, it kind of costs you a little bit. So actually paid, and East Prairie's cut it back to 4 and really have all the momentum at this point.
It's going to be a matter if they have enough time.
That's
33
right.
seconds to go.
That 10-point cushion may loom larger than a lot of energy and some hard work can overdo for you.
Coach Knight getting the most out of his seconds on the timeout.
Look for the steal and then a quick foul to get that clock stopped. Tough inbounds pass.
Foul going to be on Dalton Golightly, his 4th. Smith to go to the line. Williford to check back in for his offensive abilities. Good hands there by Smith as he bats the ball away. 26 seconds to go in the ball game. Puxico up by 5. Ball going to be out on Davis. 17 seconds to go in the ball game.
They really need to be looking for
quick three.
A quick three at some point. A little double screen there.
Gotta be they try to feed Scott as he's diving, making a slash to the 8 seconds to go, and Doral will go to the line.
Doral's hard to catch in the open floor there. He's very fast.
And that's going to be Golightly's 5th foul as he takes a seat. Or will take a seat after. Okay, if we have Hall or Doris now checking in the game.
can just about put it on ice for him here.
Yes. If he makes the second one, it'll be a 3-possession game, so that'll pretty well seal the deal.
Don't even really have to inbound the ball with 4 seconds left, even on a make. Man.
Yeah. Williford with another 3 to make it a 4-point game at the end. So that concludes the 10th game with Puxico Indians victorious 77-73 over the East Prairie Eagles. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with some game stats. Okay, we're back. Again, we just completed Game 10 of this 53rd Annual Bloomfield Christmas Tournament. The Puxico Indians were victorious, 77-73 over the East Prairie Eagles. Lloyd, you got the stats for us?
Got some final scores here for the victorious Puxico Indians. Clay Hardy had 1 3-pointer for a total of 3. Siler Moore, 8 points. Derek Durall, 7. The big man, John Smith, with 30 points, really came alive in the second half, and I'm going to say 26, 25 of those 30 in the second half. Really took control in the second half. Tyler Woolard with 12, and Corey Davis, the big man inside, with 17. Good game for Corey. Pretty steady all 4 quarters, 6-8 points a quarter, and was a load to deal with down there.
Yep.
For East Prairie, Mikey Russell with 11. Caleb Williford had 21 points and a workhorse in that second half. Almost all of those in the second half, and was just a bear down there. Golightly had 2 points. Dustin Caldwell with 6, had a mystery free throw somewhere that I do not have accounted for. And Connor Scott ended with 32 points. Really big first quarter, really big fourth quarter, and was just a load. Carried East Prairie all night long and ends up with 32 points. Big game for him.
So, and it was Puxico isolating Connor Scott also midway through this second quarter and through the third quarter that I think really kind of helped Williford free him up down low, because Connor Scott, he always had 2 guys with him. And so that matched Williford up on a one-on-one situation a lot, that he was able to get a good spin move and put it off the glass.
The actual gaps in those points for Golightly, for Williford were filled in. That's when Scott's big quarters were. So absolutely, really good player though. We saw him early. Really nice ball game by both of the big men. Both teams. Puxico played an outstanding 2.5 quarters in. Came back and really grabbed that win out of the hands of East Prairie. Shot it up there to a big win, and Puxico just flat out outplayed them with that last 2.5 quarters.
Yes, they did. So, again, a great win for Coach Crane and the Puxico Indians. We look forward to seeing them again tomorrow. Again, want to thank our sponsors for Game 10, Three Rivers Community College, Lincoln Lacey, and Malden, New Wave Communications, and Representative Billy Pat Wright. Also, for Lloyd Rice, I'm Ed Gargas with New Wave Communications and YHC TV. Want to say thanks for sticking around. When I was asked you to stick around for the Game 11, getting ready to start in about 9 minutes between the South Pembascot and Greenville. Ought to be an exciting game when South Pem's on the field or on the court. They bring a lot of athletes and stuff. So, but that's going to wrap up Game 10. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you at Game 11.